Alright, so hey, it's Kevin, and welcome to another edition of 3 Questions with Kevin. We're working with a selfie stick. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, so I apologize. We have a special guest. We have Mason Reese.
Hey, everybody.
Mason. He's a 70s commercial icon. If you saw a commercial in the 70s, a good chance Mason was on it. Also a regular, almost the man at the Mike Douglas show.
Yes.
Good to see Mason after all these years.
Good to meet you, Kevin.
Good to meet you too. And you still have your red hair?
I do. It's gotten a lot darker. When I was young, it was bright red.
I remember.
Red.
Matched your pants in one of those videos I saw.
It did. And now it's kind of an auburny red thing. You know, it's okay.
You still have your unique haircut?
I do. And I still have all my hair.
That's the key thing. So do I, by the way.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people always say, you know, Kevin's playing with his hair. And I should tell you that I am very into my hair. And the other thing you know for what I understand is your intellect. So I'm assuming you still have some intellect.
I would hope so. I'd like to think I still have my intellect. Although I think I'm smarter when I was 7 than I am now.
Oh, we were all smarter.
I've regressed a little bit, I think.
There was a book I read many years ago. Everything I need to learn in life I learned in kindergarten.
Wow. I would say my 3rd grade.
3rd grade.
I probably reached my peak of intelligence.
I think 3rd grade was the first time I peeked under a girl's skirt. And I never went back. Alright, anyway, so Mason was kind enough after us emailing each other to sit down with him for a few minutes. We're in the city. Mason, in case you guys don't know, is working on a TV show called Life Interrupted. Hopefully, they'll put out production. With a hell of a cast, including Dawn Wells, Allison Arngren, Steve.
Well, no, we have Michael Lerden from the Waltons. We have Allison Arngren, who played Nasty Nellie Olson on Little House. One of the most evil characters ever in television.
But then she became nice.
Yes.
She married that guy, she became nice.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you, guy who married Nell the other lesson married.
We have Erin Murphy, who is little Tabitha on Bewitched, who is now a beautiful woman. My God.
Did we mention Dawn Wells?
Dawn Wells, who is Marianne on Gilligan's Island. We all loved and fantasized about. I can say that because I know her. And I told her I loved her, by the way, to her face.
Those short
I told her I had a big crush on her.
Who didn't?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So I'm wishing you the best for that show.
Thank you. I put together a production company out in California. I live in New York, but I go out there quite a bit. My partner and I produced it. He created it and wrote it. And now we'll see what we do with it.
So for what I understand, before we get to 3 questions, the show is about a man who owns a bar with his ex-wife, who is now married to another woman, and the bar is owned by their mothers.
No.
Damn it.
You're almost right.
Damn it.
Okay, so former child star whose life peaked when he was 12, ended up playing in a rock and roll band, met Allison Arngren, my wife, had a kid, got married, subsequently left me for another woman, played by Erin Murphy. Dawn Wells is Allison's mother, who owns the building where the bar is located.
Gotcha.
So even though she's no longer my mother-in-law anymore, she is my landlord, which is kind of interesting.
Absolutely.
Interesting dynamic. And basically, in a nutshell, everyone's role in my life is to make me miserable.
I know that feeling. I'm married.
Yes, exactly.
I'm joking, honey. I'm joking.
But that's basically it. I'm like to use a Yiddish word, I'm like a lovable schlub of a guy.
Mason's Jewish.
I am Jewish.
One for the good guys.
By the way, for the pilot, I was not allowed to cut my hair, and I wasn't allowed to shave for several weeks.
You brought some payas.
I should have.
That was very nice.
But I wasn't allowed to shave, I wasn't allowed to cut my hair, and I wasn't allowed to wash my hair for 3 days before the pilot. I washed it about an hour ago, so it looks good now. But I had to look very disheveled.
You know, your hair looks great, but I gotta be honest with you, and I appreciate this. Your hair is not my hair.
No, but I don't know what that means.
Hey, but again, we pulled the full heads here. Yeah. So real quickly, the way it works is this. Hopefully you saw one of the videos.
I did.
I get to answer 3 questions. The only reason I answer a 4th question is if you
I saw the Mark Goodman one.
Mark Goodman was
By the way, lives in his neighborhood.
Oh, he would
I've seen it.
He would recognize me if he saw him.
I've seen him walking
I
around, so
forgot
I
to
know
ask
he
you.
lives around.
I forgot to ask you what happened to Jufro. Anyway, the reason I asked you a fourth question is you only answer any
No,
previous two
you only
questions.
have three.
No, you only
Not
answer
allowed to have
fourth.
four.
Then only don't answer.
No.
As Mason's checking out the scenery here. The first question is this. You were a regular on the Mike Douglas show.
Yes.
You met people like Jaja Kabor, Leonard Nimoy.
Yes.
Who out of them was your favorite celebrity that was the nicest and kindest to you?
Wow. Well, let me preface it by saying this, okay? The producers of the Mike Douglas show were very smart. They knew that a 7 or 8 year old kid had an attention span like a gnat, like a flea. So they...
And in my case, a 17, a 14, and 11-year-old. Yes, I'm talking to you.
Right. So the bottom line is, they had to book people on the show that would keep me captivated. Okay? So they booked people that I loved from TV, or musicians, or magicians, because I love to imagine. But I can honestly say, wow.
Stumped on one. You don't want to live with one person.
I'll say Leonard Nimoy because I was a Star Trek fanatic. But
They have to change my third question.
they also brought in Peter Loomis. For those of you who don't know the name Peter Loomis, he was on Mission Impossible, the original. He was the big guy, the big strong man on Mission Impossible.
Okay?
Oh, sure, you must have seen it.
I'm not a Mission Impossible guy.
No, you're not? Oh, okay. Well, so much for taste. Now, the bottom line is they brought him on, so I'm going to say it's a tie
Okay, fair enough.
between those two.
Second question. You get a lot of commercials.
Yes.
Dunkin' Donuts,
Under a
Ivory
double ham,
Snow.
Dunkin' Donuts, Ivory Snow.
Which team was the most?
Franco-American
Which team was the
ravioli.
most challenging to work with? Which of those advertisers? In the ass.
No, none of them. No, and I'm not lying to you. None of them. They...
I'll accept the answer.
No, Kevin, I'm being very honest with you. I think you know in a couple of minutes that I don't hide much in my life.
Mason's buying me beer on Friday night.
There you go. No. Everybody was unbelievably kind and easy to work with. The directors were beautiful. They were patient. They were loving. They were creative. There was a guy named Andy Doyle, who was the ad executive and director for all of the Underwood commercials. And he was a teddy bear. I mean, they literally coddled me and, made sure that I was incredibly comfortable.
Awesome. I'm going to jump to the third question because if I go too long, it could take forever to upload it. I upload it to Facebook or YouTube, rather.
Okay.
Third question is this. I believe everybody has a secret talent. My secret talent is I can make bubbles with my tongue.
Oh, okay.
What's yours?
Oh, wow. These are very good questions. Well, that's very cool, actually.
My wife thinks it's disgusting. What did I do?
I have a long tongue, but I can't blow bubbles with it.
She sings.
Wow. I would say it's not a talent as much as it is just part of my life. I'm a very compassionate guy. I care.
So in other words, you share
I'm
something
a great
with people
listener.
that know. You're a compassionate person.
Yeah.
And by the way, for the record, for the time I spent Mason, he is very outgoing, very talkative, very social, very friendly, and we appreciate it. Mason, I want to thank you. I'm going to hang out a little more, 15 minutes, but thank you for this very special episode of Three Coach Comic.
You're going to go bang your head to some hard rock.
Yes, soon.
Wow, that's very
Maybe
cool.
you can bring in some of your friends in your town.
If they're in New York, yeah.
Allison Arnold was in town last week, yelling from Little House. Thank you, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.